Anybody in here go to church still? Anybody still go to church? Damn, I didn't see no hands. We all going to hell. Money plays, goddamn. Now, but I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and get a bit serious on you. So, the afterlife awaits, but I want my first to be clean. I try my best to earn a blessing, but I curse and I scream. I wake up in need of guidance. I converse with the king. Don't know his name. I say creator of earth and all things. I used to pray a lot, but now there's just a personal cling to this versatile being who decides to burst on the scene. Just a giant ball of energy that started as a whole but divided itself across the globe to enter our souls. A symbiote that needs a host to envelop. But not everyone was lucky. I was chosen to develop. I used to be religious. I don't boast in the setup. As a kid, I went to church the most and I got fed up. Instead of acting rebellious, there's a shell of understanding now. I no longer walk in fear, only standing proud. Ill enough to control a demanding crowd. Rich in spirit while looking like a hand-me-down. There's a lot of different ways I can rock this flow, but I'm gonna stick to the topic though, if possible. If you ain't gonna read your Bible, then it gots to go. Do I have a false idol? I suppose. I resent church because of all the gossip folks. They should try harder not to boast. Who's to say that it's the correct news? But nevertheless, I try to respect dudes and love everyone that my God connects to, so I'll accept you regardless if you require that I collect proof. I feel like soul searching is our soul's purpose. I know it's worth it to investigate the whole surface. I examine my perspectives and notice some froze circuits. It's time to peel the layers off. I'm about to go shirtless. They steady claim their life was hard and it was no circus. Well, they should have kept the receipt for their soul's purchase. We're not human beings that sporadically have spiritual experiences, but we're spiritual beings that's living through a human's experience. And I feed off the energy that the higher skies bring and see all my enemies with my tiger's eye bling. I like to view the world through the eyes of the Most High, because when I use them, I realize that mine were both blind. You might have said, I like Diamond's rhymes, they're so tight. Well, I owe it all to her because our bind is so tied. Since a kid, we've been combined this whole time. I'll show you how to meditate to align your whole spine. Chakra 1. Almost made me drop my beer, because it deals with survival, but it's blocked by fear. Doesn't matter if you're righteous and you care for your foes, you still must overcome that one thing that scares you the most. Now, I don't mean to lecture while this knowledge is spilt, but chakra 2 deals with pleasure, and it's blocked by guilt. So examine yourself and find where the pain is felt more. Then release all of the things that you blame yourself for. Accept reality, because step 3 is not a game. It deals with willpower, but it's blocked by shame. If there's something about you that you know that you can live without, you need to love that flaw. Forgive yourself to rid it out. Chakra number 4 deals with the heart, and it's blocked by grief. So don't even start, because negative thoughts breed other negative thoughts. So I urge you to let go of grief before it sparks. Chakra number 5, I used to have trouble with the most. The lies we tell ourselves, located at the throat. It deals with the truth, but it's blocked by false info. Blunt honesty isn't hard, it's all simple. Chakra number 6 is my favorite because the shit's tight, located above your eyebrows, and it deals with insight. It's blocked by the illusion of separation when we're all on the same boat. All elements are part of the same whole. You and I may look different, but inside we're identical. Chakra 7 is the biggest opposite of minuscule, located at the top of our crown. It is our tentacle to pure cosmic energy outside of the physical. I am not perfect. I feel so worth it. I do what I love, and I love my purpose. I speak positivity. I see all enemies, but I understand that if we unite, we'll cause synergy. So how about it, Money Plays? Y'all good with that? This next track is for anybody who second guesses their talent. Yo, everybody's got a dream they want to take into existence. Whether you want to sing, figure skate, or be a henchman. Whatever it is you're bringing to the plate, swing for the fences. Our success will always linger in your face as consequences. So wave at your competition. You legit, you the hero. Make that composition, book your bitch, screw what he wrote. Slay all the auditions you get, cause you the shit. If you pray, your God will listen. They exist through placebo. Time is of the essence, pretty soon you'll be noticed. Get rid of distractions before they ruin your focus, cause you're talented. You better use that gift before you lose it. So go record your music, or go explore a blueprint. You can make it even if you never had a pops. Whether you wanna be a stripper or an astronaut, you got something holding you back, then escape that grip. You got dreams, get on your mark and set, go chase that bitch. Yo, do you know the difference between a dream and a fantasy? If you had to think, then it's really hard to ask this. How often do you practice? If it's few and far between, then it's a do you know the difference between a dream and a fantasy? If you had to think, then it's a fantasy. It's really hard to ask this. How often do you practice? If it's few and far between, then yo, I'll talk to you like I'm doing it for the speaking impaired. Your competitors practice. Don't kick your feet in the air, y'all. The sky is the limit. Ask Amelia Earhart. Steady your pass before Wikipedia wears off. Power of knowledge lost the very second it's gone. July 1897, a legend was born. I've seen families bounce back from the wreck of a storm. Your excuses will have your whole life in check with a pawn. Checkmate. I'm just trying to add a spark for your flame in order to dig deep, get to the heart of the pain. So when you become a star and you're called into fame, you ain't gotta worry about them throwing salt on your name. You're stronger than you were 24 hours before. Let's see the tiger on your eye. As soon as you walk in the door, you don't even need a gimmick. Throw your props on the floor. Yo, whether you sink or swim, y'all, the power is yours. So do you know the difference between a dream and a fantasy? If you had to think, then it's really hard to ask this. How often do you practice? If it's few and far between, then it's yo, do you know the difference between a dream and a fantasy? If you had to think, then it's a fantasy. It's really hard to ask this. How often do you practice? If it's few and far between, listen. I pledge allegiance to my craft. I will rise in the face of my competitors and prove to the public with this right hand, I'll never, ever, ever give it up. Hey, I said I pledge allegiance to my craft. I will rise in the face of my competitors and prove to the public with this right hand, I'll never, ever, ever give it up. Yo, if you don't want to take heed and I'm just barking for my health, it's okay, because I was pep talking to myself. I second guess my talent, but I know it is possible. So I remind myself that I'm my own biggest obstacle. Only I can stop me from achieving success. Only you can stop you from relieving your stress. Even though sometimes we wake up on the wrong side of the bed, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. Use it as power instead. So now you know the difference between a dream and a fantasy. And if you gotta think, then it's really hard to ask this. How often do you practice? If it's few and far between, then it's yo, do you know the difference between a dream and a fantasy? If you had to think, then it's a fantasy. It's really hard to ask this. How often do you practice? If it's few and far between, then well, it's a fantasy. Thank you, Money Plays. I appreciate every single last one of you. I made a brand new devotion to myself to not come out to any open mics unless I had something to promote. So if you're not doing anything on June 2nd, I'll be hosting at the Water Hole for Jason's event. And it's going to be taking place off of Spring Mountain in Decatur. So if you're a local and you've never been here before, come and see me. Come talk to me. I'll tell you where it is. Peace out, y'all.